Kamala Harris says she's not going to do anything for black people. That's why I'm not supporting her. That's why I don't like her. That's why I'm going to vote for Donald Trump, who wants to literally destroy all black people and all Africans on the planet, because Kamala Harris once said that she's not going to do anything for black people. That's what I'm hearing in my comment section from the unintelligent individuals. That's what I'm hearing from people who call themselves doctors and princes of Pan-Africanism. That's what I'm hearing from so-called pro-black men who say they're pro-black but display anti-black rhetoric on their YouTube channels. That's what supposed Pan-Africans are saying on their YouTube and social media channels, miseducating the subscribers who are seeking out real information. See, that's why I'm here, all right? Because I'm so tired of the social media black YouTubers chasing the negativity of the algorithm in order to get paid, jumping on a fad. These people who are supposedly intelligent, who want to be considered leaders, thought leaders, and journalists, don't even do the basic journalistic research. They don't do anything. If you want to know what Kamala had in full context, so you can have an intelligent conversation based on facts and logic, all right, then you have to do real research. That's what we do here. So this is what I'm going to do, all right, because these are the things that people are saying, and it's fair for those who don't know. So people who come in my comment section and say it, they're only saying it because they're repeating what they hear irresponsible black Negroes like the ones I've mentioned bring up, because they caping for the white man while pretending like they really for, black people. They're not really for black people. They're for their pockets, okay? So this is what we're going to do, all right? We're going to put the interview up and see if that's what she said. Now, I want you subscribers to use your brains, all right? I want you to listen to the words that she's saying. Don't listen to reply. I want you to act like you sitting in school, right? And you listening to a professor. You listen to a professional speak, about serious issues in America. All right, that's what I want you to do. I want you to do your best to comprehend all the words and the complexity is which she's saying. The whole thing, not just the bullet points that are being utilized to attack her. Okay? So we're going to use the truth in its full totality, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to talk about it. All right, let's go.
Do you support reparations for black people?
Well, listen, again, we had over 200 years of slavery. We had Jim Crow for almost a century. We had legalized discrimination, segregation, and now we have segregation and discrimination that is not legal but still exists and is a barrier to progress. We have disparities around housing. We have disparities around education. We have disparities around income. And we have to recognize that everybody did not start out on an equal footing in this country. And in particular, black people have not. And so we have got to recognize that and do something about that and give folks a lift up. That's why, for example, I'm proposing the LIFT Act. Give people who are making $100,000 or less as a family a tax credit, which will benefit and uplift 60% of black families who are in poverty.
So by default, it affects black families, but there's not a particular policy for African Americans that you would explore.
But no, if you look at the reality of who will benefit from certain policies, when you take into account that they're not starting at the same place and they're not starting on equal footing, it will directly benefit black children, black families, black homeowners, because the disparities are so significant. So if we focus on the specific issues that have resulted in the greatest disparities, and we understand that that's part of why we're doing it. Listen, the reality also is this: any policy that will benefit black people will benefit all of society. Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No, because whatever benefits that black family will benefit that community and society as a whole and the country. Right?
Okay. So all my intelligent people, I know you totally understood that, right? I know you understood that. You had to understand that. If you graduated high school, you had to understand that. If you say you know anything about politics, you have to understand that. Do you know the reason why we don't have universal health care in America, the supposedly most powerful, richest country in the world, even though all the Western first world nations in Europe have universal health care? The reason why we don't have universal health care is because the powers that be did not want black people to survive. They'd rather have poor white people die right along those Africans they want to die. Do you understand? Rich white people will sacrifice poor white people, will sacrifice their health, will sacrifice their happiness in order to make sure that that black man never succeeds, never thrives. It's a calculated move by the rich well-to-do. They don't give a about poor white people or black people. That's why. Now, every policy that uplifts black people lifts everyone up. Because keep in mind, we're at the bottom. Right? Everybody always say, you know, like black people, we're at the bottom, man. Everybody hate us. Well, okay, we're at the bottom of this foundation. All right? Follow me now. I got to use my goddamn hand because some of y'all just, if we're at the bottom, right? And there's a policy that benefits us. And everybody's sitting on top of us, right? We're the foundation of this, right? We're the foundation, black people. And there's something that benefits us. We go up. Guess what that does? Everybody goes up. Everybody benefits from that policy. That's what she's saying, right? And this is America, right? We all know that we're only 13% of the population, right? So that means anybody running for national office has to be liked and approved by the majority of Americans. The majority of Americans are not black, meaning to get a poor white person to vote for her, to get a poor Asian or Indian to vote for her, she has to give them something that they want. She has to uplift them as well, because it's not all about you, black man. Because some of these pro-black, pan-African, pro-whatever, it's all about the black man. It's pro-pan-manism, not pro-black manism. Some of them pro-black white manism, pro-just manism. They not pro-community, because community requires you to care, love, protect your women and your children. That's what's required. Right? And all these fake YouTubian pro-blackers and all these fake princes and travel agent pro-black Pan-Africans, they're only interested in lining their own particular pockets and making sure that their black ass have power like that white man. That's what they want. Right? So with all the evidence right in your face, you telling me all these doctors, these professors, these princes, these travel agents, these intellectuals couldn't find a video and analyze it for its full context to understand what she was saying. No. They're going to take a bullet point. They're going to take the few words, right? And they're going to run with that. Just like a sheep. Just like a mindless drone pushing propaganda, false information onto impressionable black boys, impressionable black women. That's why all of you guys are trash. That's why the real Pan-African is here, right? And you know what I represent as the real Pan-African? Regular black folks. I represent the regular black folk that don't got time to come on YouTube for 3 fucking hours running their mouth about shit they don't know about. I represent the regular middle class black folk, right? That don't pander too hard towards any political, direction. They kind of stay in the middle. They take what they can get. They understand you're not going to get everything that you want. Because some of you guys are purists. You want Jesus Christ to be your president. You want your Jesus Christ. You want a president that's going to do everything for you only and solely and think about you and fuck everybody else. That's what you want. That's the same shit the damn racist white people want. That's the same shit QAnon want. They want somebody who's going to do everything they want 100%, and they want them to say, fuck all those other people. But see, this is the United States of America, right? This is a country of immigrants. You see, we all came here for different circumstances, and we all owed or do certain things. We know we are owed reparations. She knows we are owed reparations, but go ahead and tell white America, yeah, when I'm the president, I'm going to give 13% of the population. Let me go tell a bunch of, let me put on camera and admit live something I can never take back and say, when you make me the president, I'm going to give 13% of America's population, 13, 14, 15 trillion dollars to split between all of them. Yeah, I'm going to tell a population of white people that shit. You know, the same white people that's been inundated with the idea that as soon as we gain power, we're going to do to them what they did to us. The same white people that's afraid of us, thinking that we're going to do some shit to them, even though we've never shown that we wanted to do anything to them, never wanted to get revenge. We just want to mind our own fucking business, do our shit and live and dance and shake our asses and listen to music and eat good and do regular shit that people do when they're alive. And if they want to come to the cookout and come to the dance, come on, just don't act weird, right? That's all. That's all we really want, right? But you see, the Europeans don't know that because the rich, well-to-do telling them that we trying to kill them. That's what they trying to do. Imagine telling a population like that, hey, yay, we're going to go give 13% of a bunch of mad-ass, big, strong, Hulk-sized, athletic creatures, 13, 14 trillion fucking dollars? Yeah, we're going to empower them to come. And do you understand what would happen if they gave us reparations? First of all, it is taxpayers' money, which is ours. We're taxpayers. That's how it will work. But, you know, America prints out money. They can probably print out 13 trillion and give it to us. Let's keep it real, right? But here's the thing. You know what that dollar will be worth once they give us that $13 trillion? Nothing. They can give it to you, be worth nothing. It's unpractical. It's not practical, no matter how much is owed, for any government to give any single group of people that much money back. It's just not going to happen. Yeah, the Chinese got reparations. Yeah, the Jews got reparations. You think, let me tell you something. You think America is doing all this for Israel off the strength of the Bible? Because if you think so, then you're stupid. America does all these things for Israel because Israel sits in a strategic location for trade, for ships. It's about money. All right? They don't give a shit about Palestine, Israel. It's about the Suez Canal. That's what it's about. It's about the Suez Canal. Just like Afghanistan is about opium. In Iraq, it's about oil. This is about commodities. All this shit's about commodities. Religion and all that shit, that patriotic shit, those shits are meant to make the peasants motivated to do the shit that rich people want them to do. Because no regular sane individual who's in their right mind is going to do any of this shit and go kill themselves for a bunch of rich white folks, rich Asians, rich Africans who just want to stroke their egos and put more money in their bank accounts. Ain't like the regular people benefited from the shit anyway, right? Right? So we have to get these fantasies and these political theaters out of our head and think, utilizing these magnificent brains of ours. All right? So you hear what she said. And listen, you talking about $1 trillion. Do you realize what's happening right now? $1 trillion. We're about to have to look. We're gonna start. There's other conversations that need to be had. We ain't getting it. Life ain't fair. Life is never fair. All right. We're never gonna get that from the European. They can't afford to give it to us. They can't afford. Just like you can't afford to pay your bills, they can't afford to pay that bill. There's no amount of money that is ever going to make up for what happened to us. There is no amount of compensation. The only thing we can do is empower ourselves. Right. The only thing they can do, the government can do, is create programs that uplifts or repairs the damage done by the transatlantic slave trade. They can do that. There are other ways to do it. To redirect resources or concentrate money into resources that benefit African Americans. And by benefiting African Americans, it benefits Latino Americans, poor white Americans. It benefits everybody. Because remember, we're at the bottom, remember? On purpose, everybody pushes down. So when we go up, everybody go up. And if you're an astute politician, you know that's how you need to talk on a campaign trail. It doesn't matter what you truly think in your head. It's what you got to say to appease the people that's going to come out and vote for you. That's how I know none of these dudes, for all the rah-rah they got no political tactfulness about them at all. They rather complain about the problem than fix the problem. See, all these people, they go out for 25, 15, 10 years talking about the problem, but yet have not come out with a solution for the problem. I'm the only Pan-African I know that even makes videos talking about, hey, let's do this. Let's try to do this. Let me throw this idea. Maybe somebody will grab it and run with it. I don't see none of these guys doing it. What is Phil Scott? What is his solutions for anything that he talks about? What free ideas have he thought out that he wouldn't get paid for? What about Brandon? What solutions does Brandon have? None. He just complains like a female, like a girl. Every day, 3 hours. Who got that much time? Really, I don't have. I'm retired and I ain't got 3 hours to be running my mouth on that goddamn internet. How do you got that much time? No solutions. Imagine how much content you can create complaining without a solution. Search for Haru. Only thing he wants you to do is pay for shit. Buy his overly expensive vacations. Other than those, I mean, sometimes he have constructive conversations, but it's mired by the trash that he allows on his page. So He nullifies himself, right? What are any of these guys? What Professor Black Truth and all these guys? They complain. What is Professor Black Truth and that other guy? Are they the same people? Because I don't even know what they look like. They just anonymous people behind YouTube channels. You don't even know what they look like, and they just run their mouth, get mad, and putting batteries in backs about every little situation that happened. But what are the solutions? Okay, you mad? Okay, people are racist. Okay, well, what you gonna do about it? They don't seem to know. Nobody knows anything. All of a sudden, they got all these standards for a black woman now, but they ain't got nothing for Donald Trump. Not a goddamn thing. They care about what Kamala Harris said this one time, just like they cared about what Joe Biden said that one time. You ain't black, you ain't vote. Was he lying though? I mean, let's keep it real. I mean, was he really? What's wrong? Because you got to be insane to be a black person and vote for Donald Trump, right? You still ain't found anybody that voted for Donald Trump to tell you why it is that we should vote for Donald Trump. They keep going back to this $500 billion. That's a slap in the fucking face to black people. $500 billion. What the fuck is that gonna do? How do you divide $500 billion up? And even if $500 billion up times what 13 million? I mean 50 million? How much are you really gonna get in that check? And all we're gonna do is take that money and get it right back to the white institutions, white corporations. What you gonna do with that money? How are you going to uplift your people with that money if they sent you a check? You already saw what happened when the government sent out everybody a check. They lost their goddamn mind. Ain't nobody do nothing right. That's the truth. And we are, as African Americans, we are just as susceptible to money and not being financially illiterate as like everybody else. And we go blow that shit on shit we don't need because we done got gas. We like, yeah, we got money now. Right? So all I'm saying is pay attention to what people are really saying. Do some real research. How about formulating opinions based off truth and logic, and not your fan-based feelings. Not and don't just go off of your little idols that you got on internet, your little fucking people you worship. You get on there and you watch their little lives. You watch them joning in on other people and shit. You get your little, you get your little Real Wives of Atlanta type fucking drama fixing and shit, and you think these are the authorities. You think these are the people who are going to be the thought leaders that put your people forward, all because they can entertain your ass for 15, 20, 30 minutes. Get the fuck out of here. A lot of y'all not serious. Anyway, I thought I put this here to teach, and I can do this. Let me know if y'all want me to keep doing this. You put in the comment section shit you want me to tackle. I will tackle that shit with primary evidence, and nobody can argue with this video. They can call me all sorts of names. They can look at your high yellow fucking Chinese ass, blah, blah. They can say all the personal attacks they want, but they can't tackle the information. You understand? No matter what they say, they can't tackle the information. And as long as they can't tackle the information, they can't beat this. They can't beat me. They're not effing with me. You understand? And that's because I'm a normal guy, and I represent the normal people who just don't want to waste their time dealing with these ignoramuses on the internet representing black people and African Americans in a bad light. So they can boost their egos because they're trying to compensate for their real life where they ain't got no friends, they got no power, they got no influence, they ain't got shit. So they come online and gas themselves up every day by talking to even most stupid people that gas them up because they stupid too. Anyway, that's all I got to say. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Afro Think Tank, learn some, teach them. I'm out.